Imagine following every piece of advice you've ever been given. You work hard, you avoid luxury items, you skip vacations and rarely eat out, and yet, somehow, your bank account looks exactly the same as it did a year ago. You manage to tuck a little bit away, but then life happens. A car repair, a broken phone, a rent hike, or some other unexpected bill pops up. Suddenly, you're right back to square one. At some point, you start wondering, am I just bad with money? But what if that's the wrong way to look at it? What if the reason saving feels like an uphill battle isn't because you're irresponsible, but because you're playing the game backward? Most people believe wealth starts with saving. Spend less, save more, repeat. It sounds logical, but there's a massive flaw in that logic. Saving on its own doesn't guarantee progress because your expenses aren't static. Life keeps moving, and your brain picks up on that instantly. Let's say you save $200 this month. It feels like a win. But next month, your internet bill goes up, groceries get more expensive, or a friend gets married, and you need a gift. That $200 vanishes. It's not because you failed, it's because your saving system lacked structure. Most people treat saving like leftovers, whatever is left over at the end of the month. The problem is, there is rarely anything left. Think of your money in 3 buckets. Bucket 1 is survival, rent, food, and bills. Bucket 2 is lifestyle, entertainment, convenience, and small treats. Bucket 3 is your future, savings, investments, and your emergency fund. Here is where the mistake happens. Most people fill these buckets in this order: survival, then lifestyle, and finally, the future. This means your future only gets whatever survives the rest of your life. Usually, that amounts to almost nothing. When that happens, people try to compensate with more discipline or more sacrifice, but no amount of effort can fix a broken order. This is exactly why people who earn more money often don't feel any richer. Their income went up, but so did everything else. It's called lifestyle inflation, and it quietly eats away at your progress. Compare 2 people. Person A earns $1,000 and automatically saves $100 before spending a dime. Person B earns $2,000 but spends first and tries to save whatever is left later. Who comes out ahead after a year? Most people guess person B, but it's almost always person A. Systems beat motivation every single time. It might feel unfair, but think about brushing your teeth. You don't wake up every night and negotiate with yourself about whether or not to do it. You just have a system in place. Money needs to be treated the same way. So, what actually works? There are 3 rules. Rule 1. Pay your future self first. The moment your paycheck hits, move some money. Even if it's a tiny amount, consistency matters more than the dollar figure. Rule 2. Create friction. If saving is just 1 click away from your spending account, you're going to spend it. Make your savings harder to access. Rule 3. Stop measuring success by the amount saved. Instead, measure it by how many months you stayed consistent. Consistency builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence eventually changes your behavior. Here's the catch. Saving doesn't feel good initially. Buying things gives you an immediate hit of dopamine, while saving offers a delayed reward. Your brain naturally hates waiting. That's completely normal. But eventually, something shifts. Your emergency fund grows. Unexpected bills stop feeling like catastrophes. You stop obsessively checking prices and stop panicking about the future. And you realize something profound. Money wasn't what was buying you freedom. It was control. So, if saving feels impossible, stop blaming yourself. Look at your system instead. Ask yourself, where does my money go first? Most people don't have an income problem. They have an order problem. Once you fix the order, your money starts behaving differently. If you made it this far, comment 1 thing you're going to change this week. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.